Main threat with this thunderstorm will be large hail, and that's been the case so far with this storm this evening. We got this photo in from Cody and McCracken just before about 9 o'clock with hail about 2 inches in diameter. That's the size of an egg. 2 funnels reported with this. This was at 7:03, so about 15 minutes ago in Cheyenne County. This was near the St. Francis area. Now it looks like the rotation is just to the east of St. Francis, not yet into Bird City. This new tornado warning that does include Bird City in effect until 7:45. We've got about 30 more minutes on that. Looking at the rotation possible right here along 36 between St. Francis and Bird City, still a couple of miles to the west of Bird City, but it's heading to the east. So you can see where we have that rotation on radar. It's right here where you see the red and the green colors coming together. That's where we have the rotation indicated on radar. Right here is where we're watching that rotation, so that's still just to the south of the state line with Kansas, but it is heading to the northeast at about 20 miles per hour. So I want to put a track on this to let people know when it will arrive in Kansas. So heading to the northeast at about 25 miles per hour. That'll put this near Chautauqua at about 9:32, then Sedan about 9:45. We don't have a tornado warning in effect for Kansas right now, but you can still see that rotation indicated on radar. We don't have any ground truth reports of an actual tornado on the ground, but I want to give people a heads up that this is heading that way, moving at 2 miles per hour, so almost stationary. But as we head into the rest of the night and into tomorrow, it will continue to weaken before it makes its way back into North Carolina, moving to the north as a tropical depression by tomorrow afternoon. Then it will trek more toward the north, weakening further as it continues to make its way to the east through the northeastern part of the country, finally pushing back into the Atlantic as we head into about Tuesday in the afternoon or evening. But a lot of heavy rainfall still to come with this storm over the next few days, especially for North Carolina. For the western part of the state, 10 to 20 additional inches of rainfall possible. Small hail can be a nuisance and large hail can be destructive. Either way, small or large, hail comes from strong thunderstorms. Strong thunderstorms have an updraft or wind coming from the ground all the way up to the cloud. That creates movement within the thunderstorm, pulling water droplets from the bottom of the cloud to the top where it's a lot colder. Once those get to the top of the thunderstorm where it's a lot colder, where it's below freezing, they start to freeze. And then they continue to move through the thunderstorm, falling back to where it's a little warmer, where they can melt some, and then pulling back to the top thanks to that updraft where they refreeze. All of that movement within the storm allows those to get larger. Once they get large enough to where they're too heavy to stay in the thunderstorm, where they're strong enough to overpower that updraft, they finally fall to the ground as hailstones. Basically, the stronger the updraft, the larger the hail will be. Flooding is the most common and the most destructive type of natural disaster. Flooding can happen with just a few inches of rainfall, or at its extreme, flooding can even cover homes. It only takes 6 to 12 inches of moving water to impact cars and trucks. That's why we tell you not to attempt to drive through floodwaters. If you can't see the street, then you should find a different route.
Sarah, how do we get this wintry mix?
Well, it all has to do with the temperature, not just at the surface, but also kind of in the upper levels of the atmosphere.
Okay.
A lot of people have been asking me, why are we not seeing snow?
Right.
It's cold outside, what's going on? So in order to get snow, you need the temperature to be below freezing from the cloud all the way to the ground, so that doesn't give it any chance to melt. But if you have a layer of warmer air aloft, well, that gives the precipitation time to melt and then refreeze. We also got this photo in from Torrey this morning. Highway 14 driving into Lyons, that road completely covered as well. So remember, those roads still very slick, if not covered completely once you get outside of the city, especially in rural areas and in neighborhoods too. Chicago down to 48 degrees below zero. So let's see how that compares to Alaska. Tomorrow morning, Anchorage will have a wind chill of 26 degrees above zero, but it'll be pretty similar to what you could expect for Resolute, Canada, where the wind chill tomorrow morning will be 47 degrees below zero. But check out northern Russia. Tomorrow morning, by about 6 o'clock, the wind chill 66 degrees below zero. So at least it's not going to get that cold. We've got to look for a bright side, right? It won't be quite that cold here in Kansas either. So at least we've got that going for us, Sarah. We're here on Halloween Street in College Hill. The decorations look amazing this year. We've already seen a few trick-or-treaters out, and they do have on their coats, which is good because it's cloudy and it's cool, and it's going to stay that way over the next few hours. So if you haven't headed out for trick-or-treating just yet, you may want to add a couple extra layers to your costume.
Accurate Storm Team 12 forecast.
It was nice today with plenty of sunshine and our highs in the 40s and 50s. We'll stay into the 40s and 50s tomorrow, but we're going to have more clouds building in. We'll have a high of 44 tomorrow for Colby, 49 for Dodge City, 51 for Salina, and 55 degrees for Wichita. We'll start to see the chance for rain arriving Monday night. So throughout the day tomorrow, you'll see those clouds increasing coming in from the south. By the afternoon, will be mostly cloudy. By the evening, we'll start to see the chance for showers building into western Kansas. Those will continue to head to the east into central Kansas overnight into early Tuesday morning. And by Tuesday morning, most of central and eastern Kansas will see that chance for rain. We'll have off and on showers and a few thunderstorms possible, even starting to pick up as we head into Tuesday night. We'll see this next system building in from the southwest, and that's going to bring another wave of rain as we head into early Wednesday morning. Thunderstorms possible, too, for all of those areas you see in that yellow or orange color. We could see some heavier rainfall with that area. That's going to continue throughout the day on Wednesday as this low continues to slowly move to the north and east through the state. Once we get into Wednesday evening, things will start to change. That low moving to the north and east with rain coming to an end for most of south central Kansas. But we'll have colder air building in behind this system, and that's going to bring a chance for snow starting in northwestern Kansas Wednesday evening, a rain-snow mix for the rest of the western half of the state through then. As we head overnight into early Thursday morning, we'll see that chance for flurries for mainly western and north central Kansas. Doesn't look like a great chance for the Wichita area, but really everybody to the north and west of Wichita. The heavier amounts of snow will stay in extreme northwestern Kansas, where we could see a couple of inches of snowfall possible. But everybody's going to have the chance for rain over the next few days, with a widespread 1 to 2 inches possible really for the entire state. It's this area that we're expecting the most rain to fall, where you see the yellow, orange, and even the pink colors, where we could see 2 to 3.5 inches of rainfall possible between Monday night to Wednesday evening. So over a few days, but still a lot of rainfall possible, something we're going to keep a close eye on as we head into the next few days as that chance for rain and a few thunderstorms starts to pick up. Good news is we're not looking at a great chance for severe weather with this system. Taking a live look now with our Capitol Federal Skycam, where it's 44 degrees in Wichita and the winds coming in from the east at 9 miles per hour. Tonight, our lows will drop into the 20s and low 30s. We'll have a low of 32 for Wichita, 26 for Salina and Great Bend, and 28 tonight for Dodge City. We'll be partly cloudy overnight with wind between 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow in western Kansas, we'll have plenty of cloud cover. Our highs in the 40s and 50s. Overall, pretty close to what we had today, just add a few extra clouds in there. Tomorrow for central Kansas, we'll start the day partly cloudy, but then we'll become mostly cloudy by the afternoon. Our highs mainly into the 50s for the central part of the state. And that'll be the case tomorrow for the Wichita metro area as well, with a high of 55 degrees, which is right on average for this time of year. The wind will be mild too. Then we'll see the chance for rain starting to increase Monday night, and it's going to last a while, all the way through the first half of Wednesday for the Wichita area, but Wednesday night into Thursday morning really for the rest of the state. We'll stay mild over the next few days too, in the upper 50s through Tuesday, then into the 60s by Wednesday. The wind's going to pick up on Wednesday as well, with gusts over 40 miles per hour possible. We'll get back into the 40s by Thursday. We'll stay that way through the end of the work week, and then we've got a beautiful weekend ahead next weekend with plenty of sunshine. Our highs into the 50s.